invited guests, starting with Professor why Abdullah.
You are all welcome to the guidance proposal defense from Professor Department. Because this is the first time we are sending proposals PhD, MSc at the FK. So you are all welcome. I think we have to do ourselves one by one. So that we know each other before we My name is Adamu. I'm the head of political science and also the dean SMS. On my right here is
Alhassan. Adamu Saad, PhD of Education
Muhammad Abdullah, the Secretary of School of Postgraduate Studies.
Yes, I'm the Nasi Salim Mohammed from the Economics Department of Al-Qalam University.
Alhassan, PhD student from the Alhassan
Thank you for the introduction. The next item is the chairman's speech.
Yes. As I said earlier, we are all here to assist the students to defend their proposal for PhD and MK. So the note is that no MSc book, only PhD and MK. The four advisors are here. The student is here. The community is here, and other stakeholders in this production. I want to point out to students that we are not here to challenge you or to condemn your your work. You will be at ease. We are here to assist you to have a good thesis that we will all be proud of. That is it. So whatever challenges, whatever observations, or whatever corrections, you have to take it in details. How this is clear. Yes. We go without wasting much time. I think we should continue.
From the list of candidates we have here, we are starting with Alhassan.
Alhassan, go?
Yes, Alhassan.
Adamu Alhassan.
Adamu Alhassan.
Send the number 2 as LP418001.
Yes, sir.
So I now put up on Adamu Alhassan to make his presentation. And
I am Adamu Alhassan, a student of Political Science Department, MP. I have before you my proposal on a topic, smart government in Nigerian public institution, a case study of Zone A, Lagos State. When you talk of smart government, it is a government that is adopted in different parts of the world, especially in the developed countries. Countries like Germany, London, Lisbon, Geneva have been practicing smart government. Smart government has its emergence by the beginning of the year 1991. And the advocate of the government is smart governance is SMART, the major advocate of the government. is a government that allows productivity, efficiency,
with the kind permission of the chairman, may I recognize the arrival of Dr. Sarki Ahmed, sorry, Dr. Sagir Sarki.
Before that, this is the
Yes, yes.
the emergence of smart government is as a result of change may happen as an outcome of liberalization of the economy, commercialization of the economy, and other factors that have their own that emerge. So the emergence of smart government is to make services more reachable, and at the same time brings more participation. So in Nigeria, the system come to be by the year around 2000, but it is in its low capacity. I reduce the scope of the study to the level of Department of Customs, Nigeria Customs Service, and to the minimal scope of Zone A. Zone A comprises 14 commands in Lagos. There are a lot of efforts to move on in that perspective in the Department of Customs. But in reality, there are a lot of gaps that is left behind. Looking at what is happening presently in customs, there are a lot of policies that were brought, but due to lack of due to the little scope of its application, makes things difficult for the citizenry, in the sense that there are some policies that were adopted. First of all, there is what we call the clear report of inspection. Goods are examined from foreign countries and are sent to Nigeria with a clear report of inspection. And that has been hampered with another policy, they call it RAC, Risk Assessment Report. And that has brought about a lot of manipulation, unlike what is happening in other countries, where they adopt the system and earlier mentioned. So in order to move forward, certain policies were introduced, such as Asikuda Plus, which make customs to become more professional. That is why certain policies are now implemented. Government, as a result of smart government implementation, government has trust on importation of goods through the ports. That was why there are a lot of government policies that kick against importation through our borderlands. There are centralization of all imports at the ports. Why? Because government can get better control at the ports. Things that come there, government can be able to cross-check it and get the best out of it. But what is happening in our border areas here is such that brings about numerous challenges, in the sense that there is no adequate facilities to be able to monitor our borders. There are no adequate personnel to be able to monitor the activities in the border. But the reality on ground is that technology is the best policy that can be able to curb all the menaces that are happening in the border, especially of smuggling, illegal importation, and refusal to pay duty adequately. So in order to deal with such type of problems, this study will cover that gap. And it's what brings about incompetency among officers. It's what brings about loss of revenue to the government. It's what brought about inefficiency in service delivery. That is why there is complaint everywhere in different places. With the advent of smart government, I believe the study, the research when conducted, it will improve the level of. In this regard, there are such questions that I'm going to deal with. Is there a relationship between transparency and operation of smart government in Nigeria Customs Service? 2. What is the relationship between participation and smart government in the Nigeria Customs Service? Then, what is the relationship between organizational capability and smart government in Nigeria Customs Service? Then, is there a relationship between technology and smart government in Nigeria Customs Service? These are the research questions that we are going to examine. Then, objective of this research is to analyze the relationship between transparency and adoption of smart government in Nigeria Customs Service. We are also going to examine the relationship between participation and smart government. We are also going to describe the relationship between organizational capability and smart government in Nigeria Customs Service. And last but not least, we are also going to examine the relationship between technology and smart government in Nigeria Customs Service. The research is such that we are going to find out there is a relationship between transparency and adoption of smart government in Nigeria Customs Service. And also there is a relationship between participation and smart government in Nigeria Customs Service. These are the hypotheses that we are going to test in the research. The significance of the study, it will add to the knowledge, and at the same time, the department, the study will also report on how best to transform Nigeria Customs Service in this era of technological advancement. The scope of the study will cover the sampling method that is going to be used is random sampling. That is sampling techniques for quantitative because the population are known, while the qualitative will be convenience sampling. Qualitative will be convenience sampling method that we are going to adopt in this research. Method of data analysis. Questionnaire will be distributed to the respondents in order to collect empirical data. Method of data analysis. Data collected for this study will be analyzed using the combination of differential and descriptive statistical techniques. The quantitative data will be analyzed using statistics package for the social sciences, that is SPSS. Statistics. That is simple.
Alhassan, let me start with questions. Look at your question.
Yes, sir.
Are you there?
Yes, sir.
It says 6 paragraphs. Page 3. Page 3. 6 paragraphs.
And there, sir.
Can you read what is stated there?
6, sorry. So the study will therefore examine the problem of smart government in Nigeria Customs Service, using Nigeria Customs Service as a levels as a unit of analysis.
Very good. Then you go to page 4. Fourth paragraph.
Page 4.
Yes. Page 4. Fourth paragraph.
What paragraph?
Fourth.
What? This
Are you
study
done?
will therefore assess the implementation of the idea of smart government in the Nigerian society.
So this appears that we have two different statements of order. Okay? Yes. So in order to have a proper focus, we need to settle on one. Alright? And I have read the work. So from what I've seen, actually as your statement of intention in case you are going to study, you are going to assess the implementation of the idea of smart government in Nigerian Postal Service. So if that is the case, I want to come back to the title. Okay?
Yes, sir.
The title of said smart government in Nigerian public institutions. Just study on Nigerian Postal Service.
Yes, sir.
That's very good.
We don't go to the channel.
Very good. And from all lot of things, your supervisors have done a wonderful work. Because it's a very good topic. But the only problem I can see is that now, if we leave it like this, one may wonder, are you interested in looking at the role of smart government in Nigerian public institutions? Or, as you indicated on your page 4, it's going to be the assessment. So if really you're searching for assessment, then I'm suggesting that you modify the topic to read an assessment of the implementation of smart government in Nigerian Customs Service, a case study of Zone A, Lagos. An assessment of the implementation of smart government in Nigerian Customs Service, a case study of Zone A, Lagos. So, if that is agreed, then you also need a time frame. You need to add a time frame. Within the contents, I've seen time frame indicated. You are interested in studying 2000, okay? You said to date.
1999 to 2020. 1999 to 2020.
Then you are submitted different things. What I've said is 2000. Look at your time frame. Go to your scope. Look at scope and limitations, page 6. What you've said is that, look at, the study covers the A-level customs commands. It covers the period from 2000 to date. Unless you have submitted a wrong thing to me.
That is it. I agree. I made 2 statements.
So it's just not, these are comments. As the HOD said, it's not a challenge. I've commended the work, I've commended the efforts of the supervisors. We are just here to make you improve. Alright?
I appreciate
This
this.
is what you stated, 2000. So I'm saying as a suggestion that you add to your time frame on the topic. 2000, you said to date. So, to date, what is
It's
it?
the most preparable.
Eh?
I earlier wrote it 99 to 2020. That was when I submitted it. You reached me in response. I think that is why I modified this. Not knowing that.
So now it's going to be to 20.
Not 20 to date.
To the channel.
Let it be.
You have to make it
You have to be specific.
specific, sir.
I will appreciate it to give me a better result if it is to date.
Which date?
Okay,
2021. Yes.
2021.
2021.
Which date?
By the time you finish, probably it will be another date.
Another day.
And if somebody is reading your work the next 10 years, you will be thinking that date.
And that's a matter of fact. If you want to delay your program up to the end of 2021, if that is what you have chosen, you want to delay your work until 2022, you defend it. So if that's the case, then you make it 2020.
All the
So that
data
you look at all
that
what
you
have
collect
happened.
should be up to 2020. Anything 2021, January, what results are sent.
So this is it. Then let's maybe we look at phase 4, research questions. There are research questions. There are so many grammatical errors, which unless we take care of that, should definitely give you a different sense altogether. Look at, for example, number 2. You said in what specific areas is smart government tools are implemented in the Nigerian Customs Service. This is wrong. Possibly what you wanted to say is in what specific areas are smart government tools implemented in the Nigerian Customs Service. Question 3. How has the implementation of smart government been improved? How has it improved? Okay? So these are some of the things you need to. It's not only here, but all over. Exactly. Maybe you need to do more. Then 35. Let us look at your research assumptions. 35. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Honestly speaking, you need to recast. None of them is correct to me. All of them are wrong. Because a research assumption is simply the typical answer to your question. The question that you raised. But none of them here has answered or has an answer to the question that you have raised. Let me just give you an example. What do you want? You say question 1. What is the extent of the implementation of smart government in the Nigerian Customs Service? So here we expect to have the answer from you. But your answer said there is an extent to which transparency leads to the adoption of smart government in Nigeria. What does that mean? It doesn't make sense. Number 2, you said in what specific areas is smart government another blunders for tools implemented in the Nigerian Customs Service? So you said there are specific areas of provision of tools and implementation of smart government in the Nigerian Customs Service. Okay, there are. What are they? You need to have tentative answers. Once somebody looks at your question, he looks at the assumption, then he will find that this is the tentative answer you have, which at the end of your research will either prove or disprove. So if you give you time matter, otherwise I'll take you through all of them are like that. Then you look at your page 34. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
3.6.1. What we call primary sources of data.
34.
34.
Yes, sir.
He said this is the first-hand data that will be generated through fieldwork by the researcher. Questionnaire and interview will be used in generating this data. Okay. If we take interview, for example, who are you going to interview? Who are you going to interview?
Area controllers.
Have you indicated that? Where? You need to be categorical. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Because this is a research.
Yes, sir.
Then lastly, you are page 35. Are you there? On your method of data analysis.
Yes.
That's 3.7.
Yes, sir.
I hope you are there, please.
And there, sir.
By reading this, I have already reached a conclusion. You have already finished this work. Yes, from what I have seen here, you said the data collected for this study were analyzed using a combination of inferential and descriptive statistical techniques. The collected data was analyzed using statistical package for social sciences.
We have already made the corrections in the copy, yes, sir. And you are good.
So I should throw this one away. But this was the coordinator has given me.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much for the information. I hope you have noted everything.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes,
I'm
sir.
taking it.
Taking us, sir.
Any other observation to
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Dr. Masi. So since you see I'm so new to the system, but I can use the PowerPoint to make my solutions on the work. So I want to congratulate the presenter and also the supervisor. They really did a good job. So job well done, sirs. So the issue of, as what Marlon said, so you see, let me start from the beginning. So I want the writers please to check all those issues concerning the issues of grammatical errors and make sure that you correct it, because you cannot present a work like this, like the issue of research questions. Is it research questions? Because the questions are many, it's not only one. You need to revisit the place and make sure that you are presenting so many questions, not only one. And also in the objectives. So yes, as he did in hypothesis. Yes.
We'll be battling with that thing from
Doctor, if you check the hard copy, we have research questions.
So let me quickly go to this place, definitions of the concepts. Which concept you? I don't know, maybe in maybe in political science, maybe we have such things. But which concept do you mean? Or you mean the definitions of the key terms?
Definition of the key terms.
So we have to state it. We have to state it. This is what we need. Definition of the key terms of the work. It has to be put it the way that everybody can understand it easily. So that is where maybe I am suggesting for that. And under this literature review, you put the concept of smart government participations, or smart government participations, technology, organization. So in the literature review, sir, we normally advise students to classify the literature, maybe like conceptuals, yes, theoretical and empirical. That is normally how it's supposed to be. And look at how we take this theoretical to the last stage of the work. Because this theoretical is the work that is supporting your work. Because you are telling the reader that somebody did such work. You are not the only person did it, because somebody did it in so-so times and so-so period. So if you say that, we love to see it like that. So in the method of that, so you say research design. How do you design your research? And it's very important to tell the reader you design it in so-so ways. I'm sorry, this is a presentation. I cannot see everything, but I'm seeing the summary of the work. And mixed mode. What do you mean by mixed mode?
Mixed method.
Method. What do you mean?
Quantitative and
You have to have state it. You must state it. Because if you state it clear, everybody know that you are doing quantitative and this thing, qualitative. I'm sorry. So in the issues of this, lastly, these issues of this, and if you are doing, this is the quantitative analysis. So you have to state where your data should be sourcing. Because in the qualitative, maybe you say you use the primary data, that is the respondent interview or what have you. So this data that you want to analyze using that SPSS, what have you. So how do you get the data? It has to put it. Because that source of data is something that is very important, because you need to say it. So thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Percentage, frequency distribution table, frequency distribution table were used to reduce the new data into manageable proportion. Regression analysis to use to share the
That's what I want to hear. Because during the presentation, you said that you're going to use impression statistics. So I didn't, maybe my mind was carried away when you were mentioning what regression analysis go. So you want to use regression analysis for your data analysis go. Thank you very much. Those are from observations go. Thank you very much. I don't see which one is the main objective of your study. Because the main objective must tally what you answer what we are the topic of your study. Right? It's not an observation that I made. Yes. Oh? So you have to specify which objectives the main, which objectives are the specific ones. Because the specific one that helps us to the main. And the main must capture what we are research topic. Yes. Oh? Yes. Two, as regards to the hypothesis setting. You set your hypothesis, but I don't know, I'm not familiar with the way that you set your hypothesis. Though I know that there are alternative way of setting hypothesis or non-hypothesis. But in the hypothesis setting, I don't know, those ones are they the non-hypothesis or alternative hypothesis you set? You didn't specify. Well, you don't use, you have to check it. Then,
sorry, that's all. Actually, he didn't use hypothesis. He used assumptions.
was that here is hypothesis?
This is what I have.
So me, I don't have the copy. But it's only the presentation that I saw. So maybe he stated the hypothesis. I don't think there is contradiction of it.
Right.
Contradiction from his slides up there.
I'm missing from the slides. Yes, sir. So because I don't have the copy. We have to do it because now in modern research, we are going our And from economic farming, we are setting the null hypothesis. Because if you accept the null hypothesis, then you reject the alternative hypothesis. So that's why you have to state whether the hypotheses are in not form, in a null form.
So are you using hypothesis or propositions? Assumptions?
Are you using hypothesis or assumptions?
Assumptions.
So you are supposed to present Then the last one is regards to the methodology. You said that you're going to use the descriptive statistics and inferential form. Though is the method that we use to analyze the data that you collected. So under inferential, which method are you going to adopt? You said that you're going to descriptive statistics, maybe using percentage, pie chart or letter before. So in terms of inferential statistics, so which method are you going to adopt? It's not just of the analysis.
To analyze the
data.
You have to collect the data.
Okay, collect the data. Check